trân trọng kính chào toàn thể quý vị đang đến với Hội Nghị Thường Niên 2025 Amazon Global Selling Việt Nam ngày hôm nay. Xin được trân trọng cảm ơn những tràng pháo tay của quý vị. Xin được cảm ơn phụ đoàn với một phần trình diễn mở màn vô cùng ấn tượng. Thưa quý vị, hội nghị ngày hôm nay của chúng ta có chủ đề đột phá công nghệ, bứt phá xuất khẩu toàn cầu. Và ngày hôm nay Thanh Huyền vô cùng vinh dự được gặp gỡ quý vị ở đây. Xin cảm ơn quý vị vì đã đến tham dự chương trình này. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Amazon Global Selling Vietnam today. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Thanh Huyền and it's a great pleasure for me to be your host at today's conference. Kính thưa quý vị đại biểu, sự kiện ngày hôm nay quy tụ các đại diện từ các cơ quan quản lý nhà nước, các chuyên gia trong lĩnh vực xuất khẩu, thương mại điện tử, các doanh nghiệp và cộng đồng nhà bán hàng Việt Nam, những người đang sẵn sàng bứt phá trên thị trường quốc tế. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference brings together representatives from government agencies, experts in export and e-commerce, manufacturers, exporters, and Vietnam sellers who are ready to take the next step and thrive in the global market. Và quý vị thân mến, có thể nói là năm nay, năm 2025 đã mở ra thời cơ mới cho hành trình đưa sản phẩm của Việt Nam vươn tới thị trường của thế giới. Và người Việt ngày hôm nay, chúng ta không chỉ bán hàng mà còn đang kiến tạo và nâng tầm cho giá trị Việt. Quý vị thân mến, Hội nghị Thường niên 2025 của Amazon Global Selling Việt Nam với chủ đề đột phá công nghệ, bứt phá xuất khẩu toàn cầu là dịp để các nhà bán hàng có thể khám phá những giải pháp xuất khẩu toàn diện, có thể tiếp cận những công nghệ mới, những công cụ mới và lắng nghe những câu chuyện thành công thực tế và từ đó xây dựng được những nền tảng chiến lược bền vững và bứt phá mạnh mẽ hơn nữa trên thị trường toàn cầu. The 2025 Annual Conference of Amazon Global Selling Vietnam themed Advanced Solutions for Export E-commerce Rocket Growth serves as an opportunity for sellers to explore end-to-end export solutions, assess new technologies and tools, and learn from real success stories. And through this, sellers can develop sustainable growth strategies and achieve stronger breakthroughs in the global marketplace. Và quý vị thân mến, ngay trên sân khấu này, xin quý vị hãy cùng dành một tràng pháo tay cho sự xuất hiện đặc biệt của ông Tim Giang, Giám đốc phát triển thị trường châu Á Thái Bình Dương, Amazon Global Selling. Ladies and gentlemen, and now please welcome on stage Mr. Tim Yang, Director of Market Development for Asia Pacific, Amazon Global Selling, for delivering the opening remarks for all of you. Please welcome.
Good morning. Our distinguished guests from government, media, service provider, and our valued selling partners in Vietnam. Chào. I'm Jim Yang. I'm leading Amazon Global Selling expansion across China, Korea, Southeast Asia. So this is my honor to come to this place to present our yearly strategy. While I had a very wide geographic coverage in Asia, but this is already the 10th time I come back to Vietnam in only 3 years. Every time I come here, I'm amazed by how fast the country are changing. Every factory I visit are getting smarter, and every port I visit are getting busier. Most importantly, every time when I talk to our Vietnam seller, their growth and performance in Amazon are stronger than ever before. So my team always asks me to come back more frequently. But actually, I wanted to say, it's my great honor to come here. It's actually my privilege for me to come here to deliver the speech year over year. So over the year, I really discovered the Vietnam situation has been changing really fast. And today, I wanted to deliver the speech here, also sharing what happened in global supply chain shift in last 20 years. If you remember, the biggest supply chain shift in the worldwide manufacturing in the last 50 years, the biggest supply chain movement on the earth is actually the entire manufacturing industry has been shifting from vertical integrated in developed country like the US and EU and gradually horizontally distributed to the Asian countries, starting from Japan, and then for Asia Dragon countries. Later, most recently, vertical integrated in China, right? This is what happened in the last 50 years. But if you look at the most recent evolution recently, it's actually the global supply chain horizontal collaborated across more countries. And Vietnam and Southeast Asia is the rising power of this trend. And secondly, we also have to notice our global brands are also diversifying their supply chain. Benefiting by the increasing level of the digitalization, our global player now distributed their entire value chain, research, product development, manufacturing, design, branding, and even customer service horizontally distributed into a lot of countries where they had a strength. So supply chains are no longer concentrated in one place, but spread around across a resilient regional network. This shift together make our Asia not just a world factory, but an engine of a more connected and resilient supply chain network. So let me highlight the 4 key advantages that makes Asia the heart of the global supply chain, and eventually becoming an amazing innovation center. So first of all, a sustained investment momentum. Asia, particularly Southeast Asia and Vietnam, is capturing all the worldwide important FDI investment, driving the rapid developments in smart manufacturing and digital infrastructure. Next, the trade connectivity and the policy integration. The third is exports and industry upgrading. We are now driving the innovation and building global brands. Vietnam's journey from basic manufacturing becoming now a trusted hub for high-tech electronics demonstrated the evolution perfectly. Finally, I also wanted to highlight our large scale of the workforce supply. But don't get me wrong, I'm not only talking about we are the largest world concentration of the young and skilled workers, but also highly skilled hardware engineer, software engineer, digital marketer, and even fashion designer. Asia now not only offers scale, but also the capability no other region can match. While we see those advantages, let me share Asia's next biggest opportunity. I call it a transformation challenge. How can we evolve Asia's supply chain from traditionally manufacturing-based supply chain to a customer demand-led innovation trend? As we all know, different with traditional supply chain, the core competence of cross-border e-commerce is actually use rapid product innovation to fulfill existing but not fully addressed customer pain points, or in the other word, the unmet demand. In Amazon, around 1/3 of the Asia seller sales coming from the listing created less than 12 months. Around 2/3 of the sales coming from the listing created less than 24 months. What's the meaning of that? It means the Asia seller and the Asia supply chain are no longer competing with low cost. We are actually competing with the speed of the product innovation, the speed of the manufacturing, the speed of the delivery to the customer. When we say customer-led innovation trend, it's not only about the sales or marketing. It's actually about every part of the supply chain, every part of our business, from design to delivery, from procurement to manufacturing, from delivery process, entire workflow, entire value chain are defined to respond faster and more flexible, with more flexibility towards customer demand. This is what we call a customer-led or customer-driven innovation trend, a connected system where every function then from the customer and contributed back to creating value. For Asia, building this value chain is the key to transform our scale and the creativity into sustainable global competitiveness. Let's look at the transformation case from Pangchun Village industrial cluster in China. This is a great example of how traditional manufacture can reinvent itself through innovation and digitalization, and finally becoming a modern manufacturing hub, powered by automation and export e-commerce. Pangchun Village is in a tier 2 city in north of China, once known for small workshop making steel furniture. And over the year, you're growing to be one of the largest steel furniture industry cluster in the world. But in the last 5 years, they encountered huge difficulty in traditional B2B exports because of, number one, huge decline order from offline retailers. Number two, modest margin because of the heavy price competition on the products they cannot make a differentiation. Number three, lack of the product innovation capability because they overly rely on the retailer and the importer to tell them what to produce, while they actually don't know the real demand and the real needs from the customer. At that time, Amazon launched Industry Cluster Acceleration Program. So our team came to this small village and provided the digital tools, logistic network, and the market insight to help those factory owners master e-commerce and how to do the branding globally. So through the support from the Amazon Global Selling, the Pangchun factory's owner leveraged their customer review to identify the needle-moving products. There was a metal storage cabinets with adjustable shelves. And they even identified very specific needs. The customer requires 4 to 5 layers where they can customize their own cabinets. And they also invented with a Lego-like assembled design, which reducing the logistic cost by 30%. At the meantime, also making the product becoming FBA compatible. They also evolved their supply chain. Their flexible production line now can accept the minimum order quantity as low as 100 pieces, down from 1,000 pieces. So today, Pangchun Village's exports has grown over 20% CAGR in the last 3 years, and 1/3 of that is coming from export e-commerce. They are now actually expanding their manufacturing footprint across Asia, even including Vietnam. And let's picture the Vietnam wooden category, the Vietnam furniture category is also very strong worldwide. If we can transform and convert entire Vietnam furniture offline B2B trade to a global e-commerce player with their own brand, how much more sales and how much more profits would bring to this country, also bring to those factory owners. Maybe you tell me you don't like furniture. Do we have other opportunity? What happened in furniture cannot be repeated. So now I bring another story. It's coming from Korea. As many of you know, especially the ladies, right? The beauty industry in Korea is very strong, and their product is very good because they are vertically integrated in Korea. Not only the manufacturing process, but also the R&D and the product development, all located in Korea. It gives the capability of the K-beauty brand to drive the rapid product innovation to address unmet customer demand. But previously, Korean beauty brands are more focused on the Korea domestic market and Southeast Asia market, including Vietnam. Because they are not familiar with the Western customers' needs on the skincare, Medicube is one of the brands. But since our team started to engage with the Medicube, after Medicube fully embraced Amazon Global Selling, leveraged Amazon products like OX, Opportunity Explorer, a tool which can help the brand owner to identify the specific customer demand and needs across all the product lines. The Medicube fully captured the US customers' pain points and noticed skincare over makeup is a rising trend among the Gen Z young customer. They also successfully build their brand MySpace via the key social influence, video influence, viral influence. So during the Prime Day, Medicube, their new product, reached the top 1 product sold by units in Amazon Prime Day. And in August, this company's listing value exceeded 5.8 billion USD, becoming the largest cosmetic company in Korea by focus on not only the offline, but also the online, not only the domestic market, but also the export market. And this year, the K-beauty brand already replaced French beauty, becoming the #1 beauty imported country in the US market. And picture that, if one day our national famous brand, House, can also build their brand very famous outside of Vietnam, we can picture how much more value this company will be valued in the stock exchange market. Those successful stories from Korea and China illustrated the power of Asian innovation in global e-commerce. And speaking of the transformation, let me share why Vietnam is uniquely positioned to create more such successful story. So Vietnam is rapidly emerging as a powerhouse in global e-commerce exports, driven by the 4 key advantages as you can see in the screen. What's remarkable in our evolution from manufacturing base to creator of global brand, Vietnamese business are actually combining technology, creativity, and connectivity to reach customers worldwide. Vietnam now stands at a critical moment where government support meets digital innovation and entrepreneurship, driving us towards new opportunity in global e-commerce. Our commitment and my team's mission here is very clear. We wanted to be your most trusted partner in transforming Made in Vietnam into Innovated by Vietnam for the world. Believe me, it's still day 1 for Vietnam's global e-commerce journey. It's always day 1 for any Vietnam entrepreneur who wanted to build their global brand via Amazon. And I'm super excited to build this future with all of you. And I'm super excited to come back to Vietnam as soon as possible so we can grow faster together. Thank you.